Professor Dr. Awadhesh Kumar Thakur, sir, welcome to the Gorkha Spirit.
Oh, thank you.
What do you think about the Nepalese youth and intellectuals?
Youths are persisted by the hammers of time which is created by the so-called Democrats in Nepal. They are persisted to quit their nation. They are not allowed to utilize their hidden wit and talent, especially for the welfare and the upliftment of their nation. They are not given any opportunity up till now. More than I think approximately 10 million youth, Nepalese youths have already just quitted our Nepal. They are master degree holders in different subjects, but the time has already enslaved him to do the work of a labor. The labor, someone petrol pumps in foreign countries, petrol pumps, shepherd work, shopping works, etc., etc. So, they are the time these politicians have created that type of situations, being affected with which the youths or Nepalese youths are enforced to play with their own agony of life, their irony of fate, and the destiny of soul. They want to do something special, but they are not given any opportunity. I am sure and certain if they are given any opportunity to utilize their hidden wit and talent, no doubt on an unprecedented scale, never seen in the history, the Nepalese youths are so bona fide and dynamic. They can create that type of the chapter of development and the chapter of progress in Nepal on an unprecedented scale, never seen in the history. But this is only anyone is possible to crush the talent and wit of these intellectuals. They are the present politicians, they are the present leaders. Yes, you see that where to lead a nation, and to lead a nation, the relation and connection with the foreign countries, the third countries are also very necessary. So these leaders select those diplomats who don't know even the alphabet of diplomacy. If they are going to, suppose, if they, on the basis of monetary gains, they appoint ambassadors, you see, they appoint consulars, they appoint, but they don't know really whether they are capable or not, they are able or not, they are capable or not, they can do this job or not, they don't know. Only in the pursuits of monetary gains, they appoint them on the basis of nepotism and materialism. Keep in your mind. So, nepotism and materialism always occurs, especially for the prosperity and the prosperity of a nation. Intellectuals, not all intellectuals, some intellectuals are very dynamic and gigantic, no doubt, but because they think how to preserve our ego, ethics and existence, so they don't come out of their homes. Those who are the suitcase borrowers, isn't it, they are given opportunity. So if I have no knowledge how to deal political diplomatics, diplomatic conflict, diplomatic politics, how can be one an ambassador, a diplomat? They know nothing. Suppose someone is going to India or America or Spain or England or as a diplomat, but they don't know the cultural history, the political history, the diplomatic history, the geo history of that nation, then how can they ensure the better relation between Nepal and the other nations? So the knowledge for this there should be They should be well talented and well bona fide. And those who the higher authority who appoint them on the post of diplomats, they should know essentially about him really in how much water he or she is, and what's the approach of political and diplomatic phenomenon to that person to whom we are sending as a diplomat, because diplomat is not an ordinary. On the contrary, diplomat, I think the prestige and respect depicts upon the performance and the actions of those diplomats who go to our nation as our national representative. But I'm so sorry to say you, my dear journalist, so such type of truth is entirely unknown to the present politicians, the so-called politicians or the political bargainers or the political brokers. They know nothing at all, and they don't have very deeper concept regarding these matters. So I'm so sorry. This is the major one of the major causes of the downfall of our Nepalese economy, either socio economy, national economy, or political economy. If someone is responsible, the ignorant politicians are responsible for the downfall of the status of our nation.
So you talked about the brain drain especially. So who will be the responsible? Who is responsible for such condition?
If we claim upon the puppets of the cryptocrats, means present politicians, on which scale it would be appropriate, because they are appointed, they are voted by the public, the people, and the people's financial status is so poor that they can sell their votes. So I think that if someone is responsible, the present politicians and the present leaders who are the puppet into the hands of the cryptocrats who are residing in the foreign countries, who are unseen, whose countenance, whose semblance on their faces are already unseen, we can't think, we can't see their faces, we can see the faces of their puppets only in Nepal. Otherwise, what was the need of in 1990, between 1990 and 91 AD, that I would like to magnetize your serious attention towards 1991 AD, when it was the same as when Gorbachev has already declared democracy in Russia. It was the same time when in China, in Tiananmen, more than 10,000 students and youth and students had to sacrifice their nation. It was the same time when at the residence of respected Ganesh Man Singh, that the Indian politicians, they came and they provoked the inner sentiments of the Nepalese youth through their puppets, their puppet politicians. So if they were given democracy at that time, then what was the need of the new for the new arrival of the new power that is Maoist, isn't it?
What do you think about the intellectuals, Nepalese intellectuals especially?
Listen, for degree intellectual, the definition, whenever we go through the definition or the introduction of intellectuals, degree holders are not intellectuals. Only degree holders are not intellectuals.
Then who are
listen,
intellectuals?
If you are degree holder, but according to your degree, if you don't deserve your personality, your intellectual personality, your degree must be torn into pieces and pieces. Isn't it? There are also some hidden persons and hidden faces in our country who just study of society, who just study of history, not in modern history or ancient history, also the prehistoric age of Nepal. Their studies highly affluent, no doubt, but to save their prestige and ego, they are already silent. They are already enclosed within their rooms, isn't it? Those who are the so-called politicians, so-called intellectuals, they are in search and in quest of only posts. They are hankering for the post. They are self-centered, and the real intellectuals, they are deeply anxious. Really, they are anxious how to see their nation on the way of prosperity, liberty, and progress. But I am so sorry to show you, because they are the realists. They speak the truth, so they are not given an opportunity to utilize their hidden wit and conceit, especially for the upliftment and the betterment of the welfare of the people. So I am so sorry to say you, it is very hard question, and it is very, I think, challenging question. So far as question concerned with the wit and the thought of intellectuals, there are many ones, there are many doctors, many engineers, so-called doctors, but whenever you ask them, they all are affiliated with, many of them, more than 95% of the so-called doctors, so-called intellectuals, so-called professors, so-called engineers, isn't it? They all are associated with the political parties.
Something.
So political parties. Even the bureaucrats are also associated with different political parties. So if bureaucrats are not free, if bureaucrats are not for the people, if the politicians are only, they think only the upliftment and the welfare of their own political workers, their own political voters, then how can a nation lead towards the direction of prosperity and progress? It can never be possible. So intellectuals really are those who utilize their talent, knowledge and wisdom for the upliftment and the welfare of the nation and the nation people, national society, national community.
So you talked about the opportunity for the students, youths,
yes,
or intellectuals. So in your opinion, what do you think about opportunity means? It's a personal benefit or national interest?
Listen, you work, now see, one example I am giving you. You have your family, your children, you are journalist, isn't it? What's your basic need? Your basic need must be fulfilled so that your mind can't divert towards your family. And thereafter, the remaining part of your knowledge should be used for the upliftment and the welfare of the nation people, the society of the nation, community of the nation. What are the basic needs of the people? What are the basic needs of the people? How to fulfill? Now see, we are at the loss of, I think more than trillions and trillions of loans on our head. Is it on the average Nepalese head? But what's our development? You can see, 35 years before, what was Nepal? And 35 years later, that time during the King's doctrine. For your kind information, the crown is the symbol of national unity, national integrity, national pride, isn't it? During that regime, all the roads, all the official buildings, all the roads, all the hospitals, they all are the contribution of only I think from 2017 BS to 2046 in this regime, isn't it? In the kingship, isn't it? There are that time the conflict, that sad conflict on the climax level was never seen. Only those who are the brokers of the plutocrats who are living in foreign countries and the kleptocrats who are living in the foreign nations, they were trying their level best to uplift their own status on the name of democracy. So now see, that time the quality of education in that time and quality of education nowadays. You can see whenever we go through the syllabus, where is moral science? And you know very well that our nation is I'm proud of our nation. I'm proud of taking birth on the holy soil of Nepal, because it is the place of the great saints and martyrs. For your kind information, the well balanced frame structure of our nation is based on the axis of the blood of martyrs and the bones of saints. But these political brokers have played mendacious fun and tragic jokes with the existence of martyrs and the saints. They don't need any intellectual because they are ignorants. So if democracy is led by the ignorant politicians, how can we say, and how can we see a better future of Nepalese people? Entirely impossible. Not only difficult, entirely impossible. Isn't it? So if you are PhD doctors and you are given opportunity to utilize your talent in the hospital, whether the patient will die or not, because they don't know how to inject even inoculation, isn't it? They don't know how to inject. One thing, there is reservation. I think this scheduled caste, this Madhesi caste, these ones, isn't it? For a forward caste, suppose, if they secure 50% marks and the son and daughters of scheduled caste get I think those students who obtain 90% marks in examination for a post, isn't it? And if they apply and the sons and daughters of scheduled caste get only 40% marks, the 40% marks obtainer, they are given opportunity. But the 90% marks holders, isn't it? They are thus enforced by the irony of their fate to work as a labor. That 40% obtainers, if they become doctors, whether the patient, if they come as a doctor, whether the patient will die or not. If they are engineer, 40 marks holders, isn't it? They are engineers because they belong to scheduled family scheduled community. And if a bridge or a road is made, suppose constructed, whether the bridge will fall down or not. So these all things are already that the boys think are useless on the basis of meritocracy, whether you belong to any high caste or long caste or high caste or low caste, isn't it? Doesn't matter. How you, according to your merit, if you deserve your merit, on the basis of your merit in democracy, meritocracy should be used. Thenceforth only a nation can go ahead, otherwise not.